It's better to be in the papers than ignored. 1976 and the Sex Pistols are grabbing all the headlines.
You know, most bands are really struggling to get a little kind of column inch in the paper, but they were all chasing you. You know, it was hard to not have a whole page in the paper.
I think John Lydon and the Sex Pistols, I mean, that's why they were famous, because they were rude. It was God Save the Queen and you this.
You were just attacking Top of the Pops and the sort of bands that are on there. What do you think they're relevant to the kids 16, 17?
Of course they're not. Relevant to their mums and dads, but that's about all.
What about bands like Rod Stewart?
What about him?
Mums and dads. Yeah. He's all round, isn't he? All round entertainment.
He's an old
I remember I could hear what the press guys were saying outside, and John was one of the last people to get on. And one said to the other, he said, "Here, Bill, did you get a quote?" And he went, "No, I didn't get nothing." He said, "How about you?" He said, "Oh yeah, great, I got 2 in the shit from Johnny Rotten." I thought, mate, that's the level of it.
But the Pistols' obsession with generating headlines came at a price.
But the thing with the Pistols is we weren't really allowed to play anywhere, and that's really what got to me. I wanted to play. You know, and that was the beginning of my falling out with the guys. I found that totally frustrating.
After a little over a year, Glenn Matlock left the Sex Pistols. 2 years later, Johnny Rotten with his new band PIL was still sabotaging TV shows.
Let's act for the nice people.
But TV was about to bite back.
The producer had seen the mayhem that they had caused in TV studios around the country and thought maybe, well, let's give them a piece of their own medicine and see how they like it.
What direction do you see the band going in now?
To the pub after this.
And she knew that there was going to be a piece of VT in the middle of the interview that Johnny Rotten and Public Image Limited were not going to like.
Just have a look at this.
And that's what punk rock is.
What do you think of the sort of scene that Johnny Rotten's into now?
Public Image. I'd like to swear there, but I'm not like it. Because I think Public Image are the worst band that ever came about, you know what I mean?
So you think he's sort of sold out a bit?
I think Johnny Rotten is finished. There you are. He's an old man. He's finished.
Yeah. Just thinks of himself, nobody else. That's all there is to it.
Now, I was asked here, right, to interview with the band here, PIL, but now, like, we're facing a cheapskate comedy interrogation act, and it just ain't on, pal. It's a joke. It's a farce.
You mean you don't want to give any messages to
I don't have to explain myself. Sooner or later, somebody will open their eyes. Oh, sorry, rude word.
Well, it sounds like we've heard this story before.
Really? Would you like to tell me where? Good night.
Good night.
Well, I'm pleased I didn't pick the short straw for that interview.